After careful analysis, we have discovered two unique characteristics of stigma. First, its genetic information is stored in a film-like architecture. That alone differentiates it from organisms such as ourselves, whose genetic code is stored in chains.
So it's like a two-dimensional barcode then? As opposed to a regular barcode, which only stores information linearly?
The other unique characteristic is that it requires a special type of metal for growth. It only requires a minuscule amount, but without it, stigma cannot survive. I wish I could say the discovery was mine, but it's Cynthia who deserves the credit. It was her keen insight that led to the breakthrough.
And exactly what type of metal are you referring to?
Oh, I beg your pardon. It's a rare alloy known as collurium. It has attracted considerable attention as of late.
That explains it.
Explains what, Marcus?
Oh, nothing. I was just surprised to hear that, that's all.
Collurium is used in various fields, but primarily the medical industry. Although it's only been in use for 10 years, there are already numerous applications. Electrodes, as an ingredient in medicine, the synthetic heme for artificial blood. It's used in cutting-edge medical technology, to be certain.
I can't believe Kanae is missing an important conference like this. If it was me who wasn't here, I'd never hear the end of it.
Oh, I'm being paged. If you'll excuse me, ma'am. Let's go, Val.
I'll fill you in later on anything important you miss.
What's the situation, Elena?
There's been an accident. I think one of the patients is Dr. Tsuji.
What? Kanae?
One of the two patients being transferred here is in serious condition. He sustained multiple injuries and will probably require an emergency operation.
I'm sorry. I can't believe my stupid cousin.
It's all right, Kanae. Just take it easy. Seems like you may have sprained your neck. Let's have Dr. Everett take a look.
I'm sorry, Marcus. I should be the one operating on my cousin.
What are you talking about? Look at the condition you're in.
I said some harsh things to Kashiro this morning, so he must have been distracted, and... It's all my fault.
Don't worry, your cousin will be fine. It's unlike you to fall apart at the seams.
Yeah, you're right. Marcus, Valerie, take good care of Kashiro for me, all right? The patient is a 31-year-old Asian male who was injured in a car accident. He sustained several internal injuries, including a burst liver. And we suspect he has a massive amount of internal bleeding.
We won't know for sure until we take a look inside. But depending on the patient's condition, we may need to focus on keeping his vitals up first.
I agree. We should treat the area and stop the hemorrhaging. Then we can wait and see what happens.
The objective of this operation is to treat the damaged liver. Let's do our best.
Okay, let's get started.
Let's begin the procedure. As I explained before, we expect there to be large amounts of hemorrhaging inside his body cavity. Be aware of the patient's vitals at all times during the operation. Okay, please open him up. As we expected, the hemorrhaging is quite severe. First, let's drain this blood and assess the situation. The patient's undergoing cardiac...
We have a pulse. But in this condition, he won't last very long if we continue.
You're right. We should wait until he's recovered a bit before we begin the main procedure. Let's treat the bleeding and the less severe injuries to control the damage. We'll also seal the injuries to the liver with synthetic membranes to keep it from getting worse.
Okay. If there's this much hemorrhage, let's get the less severe injury. This injury appears to be causing the severe hemorrhaging. Let's seal it by applying synthetic membrane. Slowly sealing it will reduce... You're halfway done, Doctor. We're almost... Let's treat the remaining wounds. Luckily, the heart didn't begin fibrillation. The injury has been completely sealed by the synthetic membranes. Close him up for now. We'll treat the rest of his injuries at another time. Please close him up. Let's wait for the patient's condition to improve before we continue treating him. Great work, everyone.
There was severe bleeding, so we had to pack the liver.
It's possible he'll need another operation. We'll have to monitor his progress. It was fortunate that Kanae didn't sustain any serious injuries. From what Justin told me, it won't be long before she can return to work.
I hope she isn't straining herself.
And also, I received a call from the FBI regarding Professor Wilkins' case.
Any leads?
They want to run background checks on all the professor's personal and professional contacts. They must be feeling the heat now that the public knows about stigma. I'm concerned, though, about how the kidnappers may react. Well, hopefully they'll be behind bars soon.